So how do you make sure that asset recovery is done correctly by an investigator? This is Dave at AFX Search, licensed private investigators. If you're a client and have a need to have assets discovered, maybe you have a debtor that's concealing assets, maybe you have a claim against somebody who is representing that they don't have money to pay you back, and you want to find hidden assets, maybe overseas bank accounts or other assets that have been put in somebody else's name. How do you make sure it's done correctly? Well, first, be sure that the company or person that's performing this on your behalf is looking at this project as asset recovery and not collection. There's a big difference between the mindset of asset recovery and collection. Collection is just bothering somebody until they decide to voluntarily pay you back. That's normally not going to work if somebody's already hiding the assets. Asset recovery is the mindset that that money or asset belongs to you, the client, and it's just temporarily, artificially in the hands of somebody else, and we're just going to get it back. So asset recovery and collection are two different things. A collection agent normally is not going to undertake the things that go into asset recovery. The second thing is to make sure that the investigator is not looking specifically just for an asset, because if you look for an asset and it's been concealed, you may not see it. Great asset recovery activities look for the scent trail to where that asset used to be. An asset may have been converted from cash to real estate to vehicles to vessels to aircraft and vice versa, or stocks for that matter. And where it is right now, it's like a big shell game. You may not be able to know where that asset is, but you can follow the flow of funds to see where it moved to. You may find an old record of where that asset existed in the past. The movement of an asset or the exchange of one asset class to another creates as much of a record, if not more, than the asset itself. And very rarely does a fraudster look to try to hide the trail more than they try to hide the asset. So that's a very important trait of a great asset recovery specialist. Make sure that the scope of the asset recovery is known to the investigator and that it's done, if you have an attorney, under the attorney work product philosophy, so that whatever that investigator is doing is done for the attorney, so it's protected under attorney work product conditions, so that you're protected as a client against revealing where some of the activities happened if it does have to go to court. If you have questions about running asset recovery or discovering assets that have been hidden from you, you can reach us at our website at afxsearch.com.